Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Just keep swimming 1111. So today I'm going to dive into Aquarius. Sorry I've been running late, guys, on these videos. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and get into your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Jupiter. Also I forgot Mars and Mars if it's a male on male relationship. And also just check your 11th house energy, okay? So let's look into the sign of Aquarius. What's going to be happening for Aquarius over the next 30 days? We're actually going into the age of Aquarius, I think within the next 100 years. So it's going to be the age of Aquarius. No, wait a minute. I think we're moving into Pisces. Well, anyways, let's just talk about the age of Aquarius. It's about a rise in technology. It's about intelligence, ingenuity, scientific work, astrological work, all these kinds of different things that interest people in the sciences. The sciences of astronomy and people and psychology and the sciences of electricity, the economic system, everything. And so it's just like, wow, this is cool. So Aquarius is very smart, very intellectual, and very much a scientist. So Aquarius is also kind of odd. Aquariuses don't get along with everyone, even though they try to, because not everyone thinks they're their cup of tea. So what Aquarius is, Aquarius doesn't socially fit in, which is funny because Aquarius is this sign for friendship, for making friends, for loving everybody, for being altruistic, and, you know, really just wanting to be around lots of different people. So anyways, Aquarius is actually awkward. So if you are an Aquarius, you're very different than the majority of the people that you make friends with. And also Aquarius tends to be in weird relationships, long distance relationships, relationships where there's a far different greater gap in ages. So an Aquarius can be with someone even 20 years younger than them. And so Aquarius is very unique, okay? And depending on the nakshatra, Aquarius could also have a very high IQ, but also a unique blood type, and also they could have a very strange demeanor and even a strange walk. Maybe they look odd. They have a deep stare and they don't say anything, or they have kind of a limp when they walk. They just have a very strange way about themselves. And there are very, they're either completely into making money or they're completely not. Aquarius is like either extremely altruistic or extremely business savvy. So it's one of those two things. And if you guys hear Matthew being crazy in the background, he's perfectly happy. He's screaming because he's wild. He's a wild animal right now. But he's fine. Okay. Okay, so let's jump into the sign of Aquarius. I don't know how many of you guys are Aquarius, but we'll just see what it says for you. Not too many people are Aquarius. It's kind of rare to, I don't know, find Aquariuses. I don't know why. Just they're not generally interested in the philosophical or the spiritual. Aquarius is very realistic. It is the king of the air signs. You know what I mean? So when it comes to tarot and feelings and spirituality and you know, feminine traits, Aquarius is kind of more the realistic. And if they do follow tarot or anything like that, they're extremely, they have a realistic approach. They're like, this is either reality or it's not. They're not they're not one or the other. It's just like, you know, it's either black and white and it makes sense, or I'm going to figure out why it doesn't, you know. So they just don't have an emotional approach to anything, let alone tarot. So let's see what's going on. All right, Aquarius, the first couple cards I got for you is the number 5, Master Hilarion, which is the Ascended Master. He's a very wise, intuitive teacher. This is just showing me that you're very intelligent. You're very smart, very gifted. I don't know what Nikola Tesla's Vedic chart was. Vedic, not tropical. But I have a feeling he had some strong Aquarius. Anyways, so I see ghosts here. I see workings of the past. I see Akashic records. And look at this. He's even got science equipment on his little table here. He's got like a test tube and some books open and those little mathematic calculation thingies. So this very much looks like you, the scholar, the one that looks into things far, far away. These scientists are usually ones that look in space, you know, so a lot of astronomy and astrology comes from Aquarius. And I just think you're very much into what's out there, what's the unknown, what are the secrets. And so you're really looking into that, trying to get things organized in your head, trying to get your beliefs straight. The next card you have is in reverse, and it's Seven of Forces. It's balance. So I think you might have been struggling with balancing out your ideas and your beliefs and your thoughts and your real life. It's hard for you to maintain a balance of family and work. It's also hard for you to balance money and doing what you love. And so trying to find that perfect harmony is giving you a little trouble at this time. The next one we have is on track. I love it. You're right on time and you're right on track. He has arrived to the train station. The arrows are pointing every which way. I just want you to know, Aquarius, you're going in the right direction. You're not lost. You're not off of the track. You're exactly where you need to be when you need to be there. And just a sign that you are on track. Ace of Scrolls, One of Scrolls, okay? And the next one you have is Muse in reverse. So I think you're kind of lacking some inspiration lately. It's like, what moves you? What inspires you? Not too much at this time. You're feeling a little bit unenthusiastic about something. You may have even been losing your love of something. Maybe you used to love music and you don't now. Maybe you used to love someone and you're kind of falling out of love right now. But definitely losing your... Yes, bring it over here. So kind of just losing the luster of something. Something is not interesting Aquarius right now. That it once used to, though. The Muse is like, I once really did. Just don't anymore, or I'm losing it slowly. Okay? Let me fix his little toy real quick.
It's Godzilla.
Yep. Okay, here you go.
Mom, you are not in the real. The guys are not in the real picture.
I know.
We are in the real picture.
I don't need them in the little picture. I'm doing cards.
No, we are in a picture.
Yes, but I don't want to be in the picture right now.
No, me and you.
Not right now. We just started. I'll call you when I'm ready for you to say hi to everybody.
Well, we are.
Okay, bye-bye. I know.
See him.
Uh-huh. I'll call you. I'll call you.
Okay.
Because Matthew brought in that Godzilla, I also, yeah, he does watch Blippi. I also seem to think there's some kind of a connection. Sorry. Of you studying on reptilians or something. He brought that in and I just got a strange flash of reptilians, and I think something has to do with that and Aquarius. And I think maybe you're researching it, you're studying it, or you already have and it doesn't interest you anymore, or you're just getting into it now. Something like that could be popping up. I think you're going on a different path. You're on the right track, but you're veering off to a different path. Whatever you were once really studying, you're not that interested anymore. And I feel like if you were looking into some kind of science, some kind of medical science or astronomical science, I think that it got really boring. You were working really hard on it and you're just veering off that path right now. You're going to be getting into something very different. Maybe you've had a discovery. The next card is the Four of Keys, clearing the way. So there's something blocking you. There is a blockage, and He is studying the snake he is with. Oh, you're funny. But yes, this is like something's in the way. Something's blocking you. You can't move past it. You're frustrated. This is writer's block for sure. This is also a frustration in not finding out the answer to some kind of a medical research or scientific research. I think doctors are also a little stumped right now on the coronavirus, possibly. And maybe you're trying to look into cures or ideas of what coronavirus is made out of and what could cure it. And I just think that you're just trying to figure it out, and there's like a block. You don't understand it. Someone doesn't understand it. It's frustrating. We can't clear a path. And maybe you're also just trying to get better and heal from an illness or a sickness. And you're frustrated because there's another block. You know, like me, I don't think I have any Aquarius in my chart, but we all have the 11th house. And our Aquarius is sitting in some house somewhere. So it might resonate, but for me, it's just like, you know, I was doing 100% better, 100% better. For a good week and a half, I was 100, and then it just came back. So I don't know what's going on with that. Is that a corona thing? I don't know, but all I know is I was perfectly fine, and now I'm not. So that could represent like a block. You know, it's a frustration. You thought you were doing great, and then there's a block. Something's in the way. The next one I have, which is actually really good in reverse, is the Four of Scrolls, the Karmic Trench in reverse. I think this is like the Four of Swords. And this is beautiful. This is not being in the trench. This is getting out of the karmic trench. This is healing. This is great. You are finally done with some kind of karmic cycle, some kind of karmic bullshit, you know, even if it's a karmic relationship or something, you're done. You're out of the karmic trench. And so you have gotten yourself out very intelligently. This is awesome. I'm really proud of you on that. So yes, this is great news. Great news. Let's go ahead and read a little bit about some of these cards for the sign of Aquarius. Get scrolls. Okay, so when you get this card in reverse, it shows that you have fallen out of your karmic trench, and you now have all the resources you need to plant the seeds that bring a new harvest and a new life. In some cases, there might have been some significant or sudden changes in your life. Perhaps the breakup of a relationship, a career trouble, or financial difficulties. As difficult as these situations may seem, they can help you knock out of the karmic pattern that you've dug for yourself. Happily, if you've taken yourself out of the pattern on your own, you're done. Further difficulties do not have to happen at all. So this is good. I think a lot of you have figured out what your karmic cycle was. You're putting an end to it. And for many of you Aquariuses, it's just you're done with a relationship. Let's be real. Let's be flat out. You're on the right path. You found out some information about your person. They were lying. They were dishonest. It was an unbalanced, unfair relationship. A relationship that you were once really passionate about. I feel it was for a fire sign. You are no longer. And you're sad and burdened because you feel like you've stumped your growth. You feel like you've, in some sense, started all over and you don't know what to do at this point. But clearly you've cleared up some karma in your life. So if you have recently undergone the breaking up of a relationship, pat yourself on the back and tell yourself good job, because you actually cleared some karmic debt. There was lessons learned here. So I'm happy to see that there. We'll just go ahead and read the Muse in reverse. Let's see. Aquarius here. Woohoo! I have an Aquarius. Hi, Jamie. So reversed, if you've been trying to give birth to a creative project The labor pains are probably not over. Regardless of the type of endeavor, from a new business to a poem or a book, you might be caught in the proverbial writer's block. See, didn't I tell you guys writer's block? Get the hell out of here. It actually says writer's block. With your ingenuity at low ebb, even if the inspiration does trigger your creative action, there may be some outside obstacles that are holding your project at bay. Okay? Try not to be too dismayed, though, because this is only a passing phase and you'll be able to handle it well if you don't resist the energy at hand. For now, let yourself move into a more receptive state and gather your resources. The time for you to use them will soon be at hand. So see, it's going to be cleared up. Either way, it says here you're on track, so I am not worried. Okay, we're just going to move on to Aquarius and get some more cards for you. Let's get some tarot. Let's get some tarot for Aquarius. It's the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius. Let's see. Well, can't really find my other tarot. Shoot. I'll just use the Angel Tarot. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with Aquarius. Spirit, please reveal to me what is happening with the sign of Aquarius right now. Well, I kind of get the feeling that you are studying history. Studying history. I don't know why, but maybe you're watching documentaries, learning about history. I don't know, but I do think that is a study. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles. We already had that here with On Track. So I think that's a very loud message for the Aquarius. And this is a brand new beginning in the year 2020. It's also a financial gift. So I think you're going to have a lot of money coming your way very quickly. Money you've been waiting on. The first card you have coming out is Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I do think you're waiting on money. Because your house is turned upside down. Finances may not be so great, all right? But money's coming in. So this is not going to be a problem for long. You've been in a financial like a downswing, okay? It's been a low ebb. But you're going to be coming up into an up ebb. So maybe your money just plateaued. Maybe you spent a lot of money. But I want you to know money's coming in. The other message here is the ending of a marriage, a divorce, or the ending of a long-term relationship, okay? A very long, committed relationship, and it's definitely over, and you're going through this. You may feel a little bit unstable. You feel like your whole world has turned upside down. And when it comes to research, I feel like you're going through some kind of historical research that has turned your whole life upside down. You've discovered things that buck your normal way of thinking. You've discovered things about whatever you're researching that has changed your point of view on how the world works, what the world is, who the leaders are, what they say, what's true, what's not. And so you're really smart and you're really looking into it and you're changing your perspective. The next card I have is the Eight of Swords in reverse. This was a sick obsession, also constant feeling stuck with maybe an air sign. We have balance, so I'm going to say Libra. But don't forget, you can definitely have your fellow Aquarius also with you, or a Gemini. So I think you guys are getting unstuck out of a situation with someone. You couldn't wrap your head around them. You couldn't figure them out. You couldn't put your finger on it with someone. It was frustrating for sure. And it's not a problem anymore. You're done. You're done with that. Then we have the High Priestess upright, which is great. And this is like, all right, well, stuff, I am holding back with the High Priestess. I am withholding my new path. Ooh, there's somebody that's moving and isn't telling the next person where they're moving. It's almost like you broke up with an ex, you're changing your address, and you're not even going to tell them or text them or let them know that you're moving. Or it could be that you're going on a travel, some kind of a travel somewhere, and you're not telling everybody where you're going. Maybe it's a secret little getaway, nobody knows. Maybe you're just keeping it for yourself. I do feel you have ancient wisdom inside you that you're researching. Ancient wisdom would be biblical or prior to the biblical sense. Ancient wisdom. I'm talking like over 1,000 years ago. You know what I mean? Ancient. And so I think you're really looking into that. And I think you're on the right track. If you recently found out information about the sun or the moon, you're on track. I don't know what you're studying, but it has to do with the sun and the moon, or it has to do with some kind of astrological meaning. It could also just do with the names of the sun and the moon in Greek or in history, or what they mean, or the spiritual families of our ancestry. We all know what those spiritual families are. I don't have to name them. But you're on the right track, okay? So keep researching, keep looking, keep following your intuition. Trust that you're doing the right thing. You're being given signs, and you need to trust it. The next one is the Three of Cups in reverse, underneath the Muse in reverse. And so this is just, you know what? Not happy. I'm not happy. Thank you very much. The Muse is in reverse, definitely the ending of some kind of reconciliation or relationship. Some kind of happiness that you once had is gone. You're not interested in friendship with this person. You're not interested in a reconciliation. The next one is Six of Cups in reverse. Yeah, with the Four of Keys in reverse. So someone or something from your past is blocking you. If it's writer's block, something in your past is blocking you. If it's being torn emotionally from moving on from this person that you clearly don't want anymore, that's a block, and this is a past life relationship. So we're going to have to clear the way on this, but right now your emotions are hurting you as far as the moving forward process. The Four of Wands is in reverse underneath the Four of Scrolls. Interesting. 4 and 4, and the clock is ringing, and I got 4, 4, 4. Okay, so the bell is striking. One of your symbolism signs that you're going to be noticing throughout your journey is 444, or just the number 44. But that is your number. It is about stabilization and foundation. Your stability. So when you have them both in reverse here, the Four of Scrolls, the karmic trench, you're done with a karmic relationship is really loud, because the Four of Wands is a marriage, it's a union, it's a companionship, it's sharing a home with someone, it's committing to share a life with someone. And so when it's in reverse, it's clearly the ending of that situation. So it's sad to say, Aquarius, but you're going through a difficult breakup. Okay? And if this is not you, keep in mind it's reversible. And if you feel very strongly that I'm picking up on your person, it's possible that your person that you're interested in is going through all of these things right now. But that's what's coming through in this reading. I'm not picking up on other people, I'm picking up on you. So you're going to have to ask yourself, why is my person coming up in my reading? Well, then ask yourself, why are you carrying their energy so strongly? Whew. I feel the energy here of exhaustion. Just tired, exhausted. You've been on this track for a long time, 10 years or more. It's been ongoing. Even if it's not 10 years, it feels like 10 years. Like, this feels like a lifetime and an eternity. Most likely because you've known this person in the past before. You may have been friends when you started dating and you're not anymore. You're quitting that. I definitely feel like there's a lack of interest in love, because all the cups, which represent emotions and love, are in reverse. So I just have to say that I think you're just not interested in a romantic relationship at this time. And even if you portray that you are, deep down inside, you're interested in a pilgrimage. You're interested in going further with your education, or going further with your spirituality, or, you know, going on a journey that awakens your soul. Because you are clearing your karma, and your karma may have been holding you back in relationships. And you're just like, well, I've learned those lessons. I'm not going to do them again. Why? Because Ace of Pentacles, it's a brand new year. And I don't want to waste it on relationships at this time. So let's just kind of get a deeper look into what you were experiencing in your past, and what you're going to be experiencing, and what you'll experience in your future. Give me the sign of Aquarius for the past. In the past, we have isolated. I'm so lonely, but I just want to be left alone. Very Nikola Tesla, right? And you know, I put him on my thumbnail because he's a brilliant scientist. But if you think about Nikola Tesla's personal life, he also put his personal life on hold for his work. And he was a very good-looking man in his time. And there was a lot of interested women that wanted to pursue him. I'm sure even the gentlemen, some of them wanted to pursue him. But he was in love with his work. And he knew what his life's passion was. And it was to discover things, to build and create and bring something to this earth. That was his reincarnation. So he just wasn't interested in the marriage situation. And so he was very odd to society, because everyone in society was getting married and having families. And Nikola was just like, yeah, so I'm going to go invent, you know, free electricity and internet. I'll see you next lifetime. And that's so Aquarius. It's so Aquarius. It's just like, yeah, well, I'm on the next thing, like on the next train to the next big movement, the next big idea, the next awakening of our entire human life force. So I'll see you on the next one. Maybe I'll see you in the next life. You know, maybe when you've been awakened like I am, says Aquarius. And so that's what Aquarius is doing. Okay. Just not interested. Not interested in your nurturing needs. I don't want to be nurtured. I want to be wise. I don't want to be in love. I want to be successful. Or I want to be known, or I want to be accomplished, okay? There's this I want to be accomplished, Stephanie. Show me your present situation in this relationship matter and how they feel. What's going on? I know we are meant to be, and I'm committed to our love commitment. So Aquarius, you could be dealing with someone that doesn't quite want you to move on. You could be dealing with someone that's like, look, Aquarius, we're married. If you want to go on your pilgrimage, fine, but you're going to deal with me. I want to honor our commitment. So I kind of see there's an Aquarius that wants out. Or keep in mind it's reversible, okay? But I kind of see someone wants out, and they're like, you know, I want out. I just want to do my thing right now. I'm going through a moment where I'm feeling blocked, where I need to have me time and awaken and find out what my purpose is, which is clearing my karma. And the other person is like, no, I'm hanging on to you. I don't want to let you go. I'm committed to you and me. I don't want you going anywhere. Let's see what's coming up for the future. Yeah, bottom of the deck real quick though. I miss your warmth, cold shoulder. So Aquarius, they feel like you're giving them the cold shoulder. They feel like you've stopped receiving their calls, that you stopped texting them. Maybe you just seem disconnected, unengaged, uninterested. Maybe your body's there physically, but you're spiritually not. Maybe you're just cutting them off altogether. I don't know, but there is a huge disconnection here, and they miss you. All right? Let's see what the future holds here for Aquarius with this person and this relationship. Oh, you feel like home. I will choose comfort. So I think once you go through this isolation moment, you are going to be in this relationship. You're going to go home to this person, or this person's going to come home to you. There is going to be a union in the future between you and this lover, okay? Or a lover in general, but I really feel like it's this lover, okay? So you're just going through something right now. You're going through something. It's not going to last. And bottom of the deck is I'm ready to open my heart. 888, intimacy. Also just the infinity symbols are there. Again, on a 4 frequency, 4 plus 4 is 8, just the 8. So there's definitely a union here that is forever. I feel like this person doesn't want to let you go. But you're disconnected, almost mad. I think you moved out because you secretly moved out and didn't tell them where you're going. Or you ended it and, you know, maybe you haven't told them yet. You haven't told them that you're ready to end the relationship and just take a break. You also may be keeping secrets that you're not with this person because you want to go on a spiritual pilgrimage. You want to find yourself. You want to love on yourself. You want to grow. Okay? And maybe you haven't told this person yet that that's the journey you're on. It's a very spiritual journey, and you just feel like whatever was going on in this relationship was holding you back. And you just don't want to be held back anymore. Someone feels held back. And I don't think it's going to be lasting like this forever, but I do think you're going to have to get out of the situation first. A card that comes out to clarify this is the Dragonfly. Be lighthearted, finding things out, things coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. So this person's going to have to adapt to the situation when it comes to the light, because it is coming fairly soon. Wow, the Dragonfly and the Butterfly. Relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child, and growth. So I think you just need a separation to grow. Not a separation forever, just to grow. So it's almost like someone here just is like, look, it's not that I'm leaving forever. It's that I'm leaving for right now. I need to do this on my own. How does this person think of what you're doing? What does this person think about what you're doing? And keep in mind it's reversible. If you're not doing it, Aquarius, maybe it's your lover. But what does this person think about why this person's doing this? What are their thoughts? What's the thoughts? I got it again. The butterfly. Pretty obvious. That really wants to be here. They think that you guys are going to move to the next phase. And once you hear this heal and maybe hear this inner child, you're going to grow and be better. So they're really happy that you're taking this journey. And it's going to happen this spring because of the Dragonfly and the Butterfly. Those are springtime creatures. So believe me, by the end of summer, starting in spring, I think is when this journey is going to begin. And if it already began for you, then you know what's going on. But again, I'll be back. Bottom of the deck is healing heart. Healing from a heartbreak, freedom from a toxic relationship or addiction. You're in the business of healing yourself. You're not really interested in the other person right now, okay? You want to be alone. It could be that healing from an addiction means I have to be alone so I can heal my addiction by myself. I don't want to drag anybody through the mud with me. I'm going to a rehab in California and I'll be there all spring. So I have to do this for me. It could also be I'm going on a trip by myself, traveling the country, just driving in my car, and I've got to see things. I've got to go on a camping trip, just, you know, stopping at rest stops, going to national parks, whatever. I'm going to go through and just discover myself because I'm healing from past life pain and hidden trauma or addictions. And it's just like, also, if you've been addicted to being in a relationship for so long, you want to know yourself again. And this is someone that is like, Steph, I've been in a relationship for 10 plus years. I've always been committed and married. And I found out that this person was unfaithful. Or I found out that this person was lying about money or lying about how they feel about me. Or maybe our relationship was just unbalanced, period, okay, in whatever way. So I decided secretly to just move out or take a trip or separate myself from this person and go find myself and heal. I don't want to be around friends, 3 cups in reverse. I don't want to be around family. I'm not interested in the things that used to please me. They just don't anymore. Right now I'm trying to remove blockages from my life, from my past, that I think are still haunting me, a lot of which is codependency and addiction. Codependency in a relationship that I had to be married or I had to be in a relationship, okay? But I don't feel that way anymore. I want to be more independent. Maybe I'll go back to having love. Maybe I'll go back to having a relationship. But right now it's just about me. I'm very much on my own and I like it that way. And so you're on this journey just clearing up your past, meditating. A lot of you guys, I feel, will be taking up a yoga specialist. Whether it's online and you bought something to do it, or you're going to go to a place. But I do feel like the Aquarius people are going to be looking specifically into yoga and the physical arts of that, and the breathing of yoga and what it means, and just getting in spiritually and physically with yoga. And so I feel like a lot of Aquariuses are interested in that, and kind of getting more in tune with nature, because I think for a lot of Aquarius people, you're into books and you're into the night sky and you're into people, but being in nature's been hard for you, because it just is, Aquarius. You're not built to be Mr. or Mrs. Nature, you know? That's just not how you're built. And you're not built to be Mrs. or Mr. Nurture, you know, nurturing people to health. It's not really your thing. You're more independent than that. You're like a tiger, you know? You're just independent. I mean, look at tigers. They've got to be in the forest on their own. And the people that own them in zoos or cages or things, they're not meant to be pack animals. They're not meant to be in a pride like lions. Tigers are elusive, secretive, isolated creatures. And the only time they're not isolated is when they're with their cubs or they're mating. But you don't see tigers pairing up together in the jungle. You don't come upon a tiger pride, okay? So I'm just telling you, this is a pilgrimage. This is an isolation. And if you've been having dreams of tigers, visions of tigers, drawn to tigers, whatever with tigers, it's kind of just saying you've earned your tiger stripes. You've been through a lot for years. 10 of Pentacles, Karmic trench. It is time to let those things go. Those lessons are learned. And you have to go on your own now. So it's a very single energy with Aquarius, but I don't want you to think that I'm telling you that you're meant to be single, because you're not. Over here, you're meant to have comfort with someone. Look at that. You're meant to be in a relationship with someone, and you will, and it's upcoming. But right now, there's just this isolation period because you have to heal your heart. And maybe, like I said, a lot of you guys are getting out of a karmic relationship, you know? Let's get an oracle, please, for the sign of Aquarius. Okay, well, that was obvious. So the first card that came out is perspective. Magic is on the bottom, and courage. So a lot of you guys may be thinking that you need to take a leap of faith. You need to be more magical. You want to get more spiritual. Not scientific, spiritual. And that may be why you're interested in yoga. Because you're getting a different perspective. Seeing things differently. Okay, you're looking up now. You're looking at heaven. You're looking at spirit. You're looking at different things. And you're saying, you know, maybe I do need to expand the horizon. Maybe I do need to change my point of view. I would like to dive into some kind of information ocean and just suck it all in. And I need time alone to do it. You know, this reminds me, this picture, of someone hiking by themselves, going through caves and caverns, just backpacking through the Royal Gorge or something like that. And looking up at the sky and saying, wow, this is incredible. I feel so alone, but so alive. Even in my aloneness, I feel so connected to Source. I feel more connected to the masters. I feel so connected to the angels. I feel so connected to Source. And wow, being alone is like plugging into the spiritual matrix, you know? Like the spiritual computer. And so you're into that. You're into computers anyways, Aquarius. We all know that. But now you just want to plug in and get in some kind of spiritual knowledge base computer. And you're just downloading so much right now. Super in tune with the universe, getting a whole new perspective on life. So, anyways, let's keep moving. Let's get the Divine Masculine and Feminine Reunited deck. Give me a card, please, for the sign of Aquarius. For the next 30 days, the sign of Aquarius. Give me some information. What can I tell them? Okay. I got 2 cards. First, the number 11, Hathor, Goddess of Love. She's beautiful. She represents the divine feminine energy. So Aquarius, you're getting into your divine feminine energy, but this is about self-love and discovering what love is. It's also very symbolic of feminine independence and feminine power. Okay, so male or female doesn't matter. It's just feminine power. And she does represent the cat. I think Hathor did represent the cat, but also the bull. Notice the bull horns on her head with the sun. That's straight Taurus, which is very Venus, by the way. And so you could have some strong connections with Taurus or Libra. But you're just extremely balanced in who you are as a person. You're getting this balance. You're knowing what your divine feminine power is. You're strong like a pillar. You're a pillar of truth, a pillar of faith, a pillar of power, a pillar of beauty. You're also very, very desired. And so even though you're alone, you're attractive. You're secreting this vibration and this pheromones out in the world where people are like, God, Aquarius is just doing it for me right now, you know? Aquarius is just doing it for me. And so they're super attracted. They want to create life with you. They want to create something. And I think it's because you're plugged into Source. And when you're plugged into Source's power source, you're vibrating like Source is vibrating. And it's very attractive and soothing and intense. The next card you have is Grief and Anger, the number 10. And I think this could be your blockage that you're trying to get rid of. You went through a lot of grief and anger, and I think it had something to do with this inconsistency over here the Eight of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Swords in reverse. It's about lies and secrets that came out. And it was very painful to hear. It broke your heart. It disappointed you. Not only did you lose your trust in someone, you lost your faith in someone, and you also lost a friendship. Like, your friendship went down the tubes. And this is someone you've known before in the past, or even a past life. And you've been going through this devastation, right? And there's been a lot of grief, a lot of anger. Maybe you have a kitty cat. But there's this I don't like being alone stuff. I mean, it's that you want to be alone because you feel you need to be alone right now. But it doesn't mean that your heart is singing with joy because you're alone. It just means that you need this right now for some healing. You know, you need this right now for you because you are healing your heart. It was a toxic situation. Maybe they were dealing with a toxic situation, but Aquarius, truth hurts, and you know it. And so you're just like, Steph, yeah, it does hurt, and I am hurting. I'm in a lot of grief. 10 and 11, 7 to the 8. I see a lot of, like, right on top of each other numbers, plus the 4s. And so this right on track card, I feel, is your message. Even when you think you're lost, you're actually found. Because some people that are seeming lost and aimlessly searching are not lost at all. They're exploring and they're growing and they're healing. So I don't think you're lost. You may think you don't know where you're going, and that's really just giving it up to Source, giving it up to God. But you do, your spirit knows where you're going. You are the tiger right now. And it's funny because that cat has little tiger stripes. So you're going to embody the spirit of the tiger. And right now is the time to be alone, to get your power back. I feel like a relationship stole your power, and you want to get it back. And this was your karma, so don't think that you did something wrong. You were just born with it. Nothing wrong here. Okay. I'm going to read Ace of Scrolls, Right on Track. So upright is a man on a train station that looks over his shoulder at the signs that point on other tracks. But he has already looked up at his maps and made his decision. He lifts his foot to step onto the train. Through travel or move, even though travel or a move can be indicated in this card, the meaning is often about your choices and directions. You have been ambivalent about taking a certain track in your life with regards to a project or a relationship, a career directive, or even a location of where you might want to move. But now is the time to decide. Even if you're not quite assured, Aquarius, as you would like to be, the engine is smoking. There is a direction that compels you. So get on board and do not falter. And I do feel that strongly with the High Priestess, which represents your intuition, and Right on Track. You may not know where you're going and what's going to happen, and you may feel lost, like, what direction am I going in? But Spirit's telling me that if you are compelled or pulled in a specific direction by your gut, that's the right choice. That's the right direction. A lot of you guys may have been forced to make a breakup situation more quickly than you would have liked, or it happened very suddenly for you. And now you're trying to get balanced with life. And really what I see here for Aquarius is the movie. I usually do make movie references, sorry. But Eat, Pray, Love with Julia Roberts. So if you are Julia Roberts, you're the Aquarius, and you were married 10 years, 10 of Pentacles or more, You had a career path set out. Everything seemed certain. And then all of a sudden your life got chaotic and your intuition was pulling you in another direction. Maybe you knew you wanted kids or you didn't want kids, or maybe you didn't like your career or your marriage and you just wanted to find yourself. This is what I'm seeing for Aquarius. And if you have not seen Eat, Pray, Love, I do recommend it. I think it's on Prime, or it could even be on Netflix. I don't know. Elizabeth, you watched that movie last night. Holy shit, that's a total, like, confirmation for you, Elizabeth. But anyways, that movie was like, she left a marriage, guys. I'm not trying to spoiler alert it, but she was happily married with a good guy and life was good, and something was missing. Just something was missing, okay? And anyways, she left on a pilgrimage, and she went to Italy, and she went to Bali, and she went to, I don't know, Greece, like, I don't know, she went everywhere. But the point is, she went on this pilgrimage of where she always wanted to go, that she never did go because of the things that were holding her back. Her relationships or her career. And she sold her house. She sold everything. She quit her good job. She loved her husband but said, I'm sorry, I can't anymore. And she just had to go. And it wasn't because there was another man. Okay? She left because for her. And that's what I'm seeing here. I'm not seeing that you're leaving to go rushing into another relationship or there's some third-party triangle here. I'm just seeing that you're leaving something behind for you. And along this path, along this way, you're going to find true love. Be it with yourself or with someone else, you're going to find comfort. You're going to have a happy ending. You're not going to be alone. You see, they're in a bed, comfortable, and here you're in a bed alone, okay, with your cat. So it's like, you know, you're leaving one area into another, and believe me, somewhere down the line in the future, this will get organized and stabilized. So this future looks very, very promising. And that movie's great. I think it's super duper long, so sorry, but you've probably got the time. She takes in little things like she enjoys her food every moment. She doesn't rush down her food. She eats slowly and just kind of makes love to her food, man. She gets all in love with cooking and spaghetti and passion in Italy, because Italy represents love and passion and romance. Italy represents the passion and the fire, you know, of the present moment. That's Italy, and she just fell in love with Italy and the language and the food and the people and the sex and the romance and the fun, you know? She fell in love with it. And, you know, and then Bali was the spiritual enlightenment. It was the spiritual food. And she just discovered that there's so much more to being quiet than speaking. She had a quiet time, you know? She saw the sunrise and the sunsets, and she just saw how beautiful it was, and the simplicity in living very basic and enjoying nature. And so she got really into nature there in Bali, and really into people, different kinds of people that she never would have gotten to know before. And, you know, then I don't quite know how the rest of it ends, but she just ends up falling in love with herself and falling in love with life. And ironically, whenever you love yourself like that, someone comes running. There's some kind of attraction that you're just a bright light in the darkness, and you attract someone that's on the same journey. And yeah, she ended up with that hot Brazilian guy. Yeah, exactly. yeah, you gotta watch the movie. Yes, but she ended up in love, and she found someone, and it wasn't that she didn't love her husband, because she had flashbacks and she knew that she loved her husband, but he was just right for her at a certain time in her life. And when she outgrew that relationship, she had to move on and be with someone different. It wasn't that she stopped loving him, because she still loved him very much, had that heart for him. She just didn't want that relationship anymore. And so, yep, there was Javier, and he was just different. And it was because he didn't have any boundaries. He didn't lock her in a box. He didn't want to stay stuck somewhere. He wanted to move when she moved. I mean, they were moving together. They were in rhythm and in a dance together. You know what I mean? Perfectly symmetrical together, balanced. Where her ex-spouse still wanted her back, but he wanted his old job, his career, and his schooling, and he wanted her to be very still in life. And he loved her dearly, but she didn't want to be still. She didn't want that. She wanted beauty. She wanted a meaning. She just wanted something else. So anyways, I don't know if I'm confusing movies with Eat, Read, Pray, Love, or what is it called? Eat, Pray, Love, or The Tuscan Sun, because that's another good one. Under the Tuscan Sun is another good movie kind of like that. Same kind of thing. So they both have something in common. American women leaving and moving to another place across the globe, finding themselves and finding love. So Under the Tuscan Sun and Eat, Pray, Love, is the right movies to watch today for the Aquarius people. All right, so anyways, that's definitely a message. Whew, so let's get some other cards here. Getting drained easily here. Getting drained. Getting drained. And maybe you just feel like you're getting drained, you know? You're like, Steph, I just got so drained in something. I do need to get out and just love myself because I'm so drained. And that's how I feel in your reading. Like the life's been sucked out of me, man. And the card that comes out for you for your fortune is something wonderful is about to happen to you. Relief. Whew. And that's kind of how I feel. Like it's finally coming to an end. There's finally relief, you know? I want to go to Tuscany, Italy just to replay that scene in my version. I love it, JC. I'm drained with a headache. Oh, goodness, right? I'm just feeling it. But there's going to be relief. If you feel like you haven't been able to breathe, if you feel like you haven't been you and you've been stuck in a karmic vortex of hell, now is the time that you are free from it. And there's not going to be any more worries. Bottom of the deck, you won't believe it. We have happiness is not life without conflict, but life with the skills to cope. Spiritual growth. Isn't that awesome? So I love that kind of energy. And it's you just saying, okay, life was not meant to be easy. And I wasn't sucking at it. I just had to grow and learn how to cope with the difficulties I've been given. And that's my spiritual growth. You know? That's what I'm doing. I'm healing and I'm growing. So, okay, without further ado, before I end this reading, I'm going to pull a couple messages from your divine masculine and feminine. And then on the extended, I'm going to get into this future. What's coming into your future, okay? And that's really where I want to go in the extended. If you want to follow me over there, you know how to purchase the extendeds. Just go to jks1111.com. But let's go ahead and just get a quick message here from your DM. What does the Divine Masculine want to tell Aquarius? What does your Divine Masculine want to tell you?
I'm going to go outside to wear my shoes.
No. I need to get you dressed.
Dressed?
Yeah, you're not going out there like that.
I have a jacket.
No. So the card that fell out is major life. Okay, major life changes. Okay, hold on, guys. He's trying to take off with my family, and he's not going anywhere. He thinks he is. He thinks he's going to go out the front door, and he's not. So I'm going to go lock it, guys. I'll be right back.
What? Mom, don't lock it. No.
Yes, I told you
No.
on the ground outside. So no, you're not going outside right now. I'll take you in a little bit with shoes and a jacket and gloves and all that stuff. I'm not doing that right now. You have to look in your room. They're on your table. Yep. Sorry, guys. So your divine masculine, so sorry for the anxiety there. Major life changes, not the same person you remember. And so that's, you know, I think your masculine just wants to tell you either they're doing this or damn, Aquarius, you're doing this. And they're just like, damn, Aquarius, you've changed. You are not the same person I met 10 years ago or 20 years ago or a year ago, whatever, you know, you're not the same person I met. You're different. You have a major, major disruption and a major life change. Bottom of the deck is, I need more time. So your divine masculine is just like, I guess you need more time, Aquarius. Or maybe your masculine needs more time, because it could be reverse message, you know. But I'm just saying, I'm going to just go with it with you. Aquarius, you just need more time. You're going through some major life changes and spiritual and emotional and physical changes. And I think you should tell them, you're damn right. I'm not the same person you met. I am absolutely changing. And that's what they need to know. And that's why you're doing what you're doing. What is the message from the divine feminine for Aquarius? What is the message from the divine feminine? Ah. Okay. I'm hearing my inner guidance. Signs, synchronicities, dreams, and intuition. And that's that high priestess. You're just following yourself, trusting yourself, knowing yourself. And you're just like, look, I'm not trying to hurt anyone. I'm just following myself. Just trusting what I feel. Listening to my intuition, you know? Bottom of the deck, not the deck. Bottom of the deck is busted, revelation, truth, exposed, and shocked. And I think that has to do with that 8 of Swords, 7 of Swords energy, both in reverse. And it's just like, you know, I guess whatever truth was revealed, whatever revelation, whatever exposed energy happened, whatever shocking event took place, I guess it needed to happen. Because now I'm on my journey. And so it all happened for a reason. And so the divine feminine's like, look, ever since I found out you did that thing, or ever since I found out you felt this way, or ever since I found out you lied about this, or ever since I found out about this third-party situation, or ever since I found out that this job sucked, or ever since blah, 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 you get my drift. Ever since this event took place and things were revealed to me, and I took the red pill and I got out of my box, I'm on a whole different journey. And so until I get to the end of this yellow brick road, I need more time. And that's just what the divine feminine is thinking and feeling. And so you can kind of see a difference here in the masculine Aquarius energy and the feminine kind of energy. It's both kind of along the same guidelines. And it's just, I need peace in my life. And this whole shebang needs to go away. Like, I just need to go away. I just need to go away. I just need to find peace. I want to travel. I want to see the world. I want to find out who I am. I want to drink from the spiritual cup of knowledge. I want to learn so much more. I was not meant to just eat, sleep, and die, and that's it. I need more. I need more in my life. And so anyways, relief is here. So I think this is it. I think this is the end of your reading. You are going through a huge transformation, a big change, a big healing. And so I wouldn't worry. If you are meant to be with someone, you will always be with that person. You'll be guided back to that person, okay? If you're meant to be with someone else, you will be guided to that person, the next person. But you will find love, okay? You will. And I just want you to know that this isolation, this alone time is not going to last. It's not. You will find that connection. So I'm going to go ahead and just let you guys go. I'm going to go ahead and get started on the extension once I get Maddie settled. And like I said, I just want to see what this future looks like for Aquarius. And how fitting. Aquarius is about the future. Aquarius is about long distance and spiritual things like that just see into the future. So I'm very fitted into saying, let's go ahead and look into your future with this relationship. So I don't think you should worry. I think it's all good things. But we're going to go there in the extended. Remember, I love you. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. And please remember, this love is a journey, not a destination. So just keep swimming, guys. And I'll see you later. I might come on and do another live, but we'll see how that goes. I'm going to go get things taken care of and finished and take a little rest maybe. All right, guys. Love you. Bye.